Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting episode of Mom's Chit Chat. So lovely to see you girls again today.
Same here.
And you guys are looking...
You're not looking bad yourself.
Thanks. We have to show them now.
How will they take it?
If you don't give them, that's it.
Okay, lovely to have you girls again. My name is Jane. I'm not alone as usual. I have with me...
Nicole Chikwe.
And Modupe Eila.
Okay, so today we'll be talking about something quite exciting, especially if you were raised in Nigeria and you live in Nigeria. You know about some of these misconceptions, myths, and realities about being pregnant in Nigeria. So let's just dive in. Why are we so secretive about pregnancy in Nigeria? Did you announce your pregnancy?
Well, not my first pregnancy.
Okay.
I think I announced my second and my third. To be fair, like I got pregnant the first time like 100 years ago when Instagram and all these things
It was not popular.
It wasn't popular. So I didn't do like a big social media announcement.
Okay.
But with my other kids, I did.
You did, okay. Did you?
No, I did not.
Why?
Well, I don't know, but I just did not announce it.
Okay.
Why? Because there's like a thing around
Yeah,
making
it's just
that
this thing
announcement,
about,
right?
yes, the Nigerian village people thing.
Yeah,
The village people that won't. I don't know, like it's always, I mean, you hear it, but I always try not to.
But mine wasn't because of that.
Okay.
I guess just because I'm a very conservative person.
Okay.
So I just thought,
I didn't
We'll
announce
see,
mine.
definitely.
I didn't announce for two reasons. I was scared. And I think at the time, someone told me that don't announce until when you pass like 3 months. If the pregnancy passes 3 months,
Then
like
you
a
can-
cutoff mark, then that means it will last.
But generally, I think people
Okay.
say that because after 12 weeks is when your chances of miscarrying reduce
Reduces.
dramatically. So that's why people typically say don't not even just like an announcement on like social media, but even in terms of telling people, so you don't have to go back and be like, oh, you know, unfortunately.
I didn't announce, but looking back, especially because at the time Instagram was not big. The only thing I miss is not having like a maternity photo shoots. Of course, I won't bare my belly, but I see it now. Sometimes I wish, maybe I should just try 1 month.
Really?
Oh, no, I'm not.
You actually saw some pictures last week and I was just like, oh God, maybe I should just try one more. Beautiful girls everywhere.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Like for me, it's
I
the
want a
complete
boy.
opposite. Like I'm not into that maternity shoot. Like I just feel like
Oh, really?
maybe you guys look really cute when you're pregnant, but when I'm that big, like I don't want to remember the pictures. I don't want to remember how I looked. I just want to erase from month 7 to month 9
And just
then just fast forward because it's not cute. Like I'm
Girlfriends, my
swollen,
first
nose.
pregnancy, I was glowing. God,
Really?
the glow. Oh Jesus, glory.
Oh
The
no!
glow.
And you didn't take
God,
any
I didn't
maternity
take any picture, not even one.
That's a shame. No, for people like
Okay,
me.
but I'm just curious. What are some of the misconceptions, the myths, popular ones here in Nigeria about pregnancy, especially with regards to concealing it?
I think in general, you know, we have this culture of there are bad belly people everywhere. You don't want to announce so they don't steal your joy. So I think that's one of the main concerns.
Okay.
I know people are even funny about revealing the gender.
Oh, yes.
I don't understand why that's a thing because no one can change the gender.
No,
of
you
a
can't.
child.
You can't.
So I've never gotten that.
As a
It's like,
matter
oh,
of
you don't
fact.
say what you're having.
My aunt told me when you ask, oh, how are you? How is your baby? Do you know yourself? Just said, it's a baby. It's human being. You don't have to tell, you don't have to reveal the sex, but to me, it's no big deal. You can
No,
just
I
say
always,
it as it is.
because I always find out quite early as well. So if someone asks me like, oh, you know, how's it going? Or do you know what you're having? I'm like, yes, it's a boy. Yes, it's a boy. And then you can see people around like,
Why are you saying
Why are you saying it?
I've never personally understood it.
Well, for me, I was obsessed with scanning, like ultrasound. I
Oh, yeah.
loved seeing
3D especially.
Thank you very much. Then, you know, like seeing your baby like real time, you know, it sort of reminds me about how awesome God is because the whole process of pregnancy, carrying to full term and birthing your babies is actually a miracle on its own.
Yes.
But have you guys noticed that there's a new craze now? Everyone is coming up with so many ideas about what you can do, how you can even have sex. What foods to eat that can give you certain sex, you know. So we have people now who call themselves baby selection coaches here in Nigeria. So they tell you how to do it, so you get the sex of your
boy or the
choice.
girl.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's so funny. I was just having this conversation with someone the other day. She's hoping to have a girl.
Okay.
And there are lots of things. I mean, I feel like some of it has some scientific grounding.
Oh, yes.
Because they talk about like the sperm that is
Can last.
Yeah, the male sperm
Really?
moves. I think it moves faster but dies quicker.
Yeah.
So what you want to do if you're, and I mean, I don't think I'm getting
Nicole,
it
you're a
wrong, but-
pro.
Yeah.
She
So what
is
you
a
want to
pro.
do, because I was so intrigued. I was just like, are you serious? So what you want to do if you want to have a boy is make sure that you have sex on the day that you're ovulating or the day before. If you have sex because you know sperm lives for up to 5 days,
yes.
which is why I know all about
Honestly.
natural family planning. So the sperm lives for up to 5 days. So you cannot. So you're considered fertile the 5 days before your ovulation.
Okay.
So if you have sex around that period, the sperm would kind of like die off. So what if any sperm gets to the egg? It will be the female one because that's the one that can last longer.
Okay.
So what you want to do is make sure that you have sex on the day of your ovulation. So it's because it moves faster but it dies quicker. So you can reach the egg first.
Wow.
And then you also want to make sure that you're eating alkaline foods.
Nicole, how do you know these things?
I'm telling you, I'm a loser. Like I'm one of those people. If you tell me something once, I'm like, okay, let me go and look it up.
Okay, try it,
Because
right?
I don't, not even try it. I'm not
Okay.
like I'm not trying
Duh.
for more children.
I think
I
you
am
should,
not trying for
with
more
this
children.
body, you should.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm right behind you, my sister. Don't worry. So yeah, I went and I looked it up, and some people actually say it works. I know someone who apparently worked for,
Okay,
and I know
really?
someone who's actively like, okay, this is what I'm going to do next.
Because for me, that's one of the fears. Like, what if I go again and I have a set of girls? Duh. What will I do?
Well, and you take it like that now. Girls are so wonderful.
Yeah.
Girls are the best ever.
But I think it also boils down to the fact that we need to also emphasize more on healthy mommy, healthy babies,
Yes,
and
of
not the
course.
sex. Because really, like you said, even the sex of the child is determined by the husband's, your husband's
Yes,
sperm,
yes.
and not the wife.
Yes,
you know,
of
and so
course.
many people still don't know this.
No, people don't know
So
that.
many people don't. They still believe that it's all about you. It's you.
Yeah.
If you're having a girl, it's you. If you're having a boy, it's
Yeah.
Still
you.
you. Did you
You
guys
still
see
need
on
to keep
social media? I think it was
Oh, yeah.
sometime last year about this man who left his wife because she had 4 daughters.
Yeah.
And then he
He
had
had twin girls.
Sorry.
correct.
Congrats, sir. You're blessed.
You know, we
the
need to
girls.
drive more conversations about this, especially for people who are like the less people who are not so exposed.
Right.
I think, but sometimes you still find some people who are educated who still have this mindset that until you give birth to a boy,
Yeah.
you are not
It's
a woman.
cultural- yeah, it's a
Yes, it's true.
cultural.
It's a cultural
as
thing,
well.
actually.
So you find that in every level of society, like you said,
Said.
like even PhD holders.
Oh, yes.
will be having conversations around how if you have not had a boy yet, that your seat
You've
is
not
not
started.
firm in your husband's house. That like your chair is still outside your husband's house.
Really?
When you have the son is when you now enter and know that
Sit
you're
down.
there.
Okay.
Imagine.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard
Really?
that before. Yeah,
I've
someone
never
told me
heard
when
that.
I got pregnant,
Eh.
with my first child, and
Okay.
they told me, and they asked me what I was having. I said, I'm having a boy. They're like,
Now.
now you are
You are the wife.
inside.
Oh my
You are
God.
that, now you're
But
firmly inside the
But
house.
the truth is, you cannot satisfy anyone. You can't
Oh,
satisfy
yes.
everyone. Even if you have 2 boys or 4 boys, they'll still tell you, oh, you still need
The
a
girl.
That who would
Even
follow
if
you
you
back
have a boy,
girl.
even if you have a boy and a
Yes.
girl, they'll be like, they are lonely now. Give
Yes,
them
you give them
siblings.
to, you know.
So you really can't satisfy everyone.
Absolutely.
And moreover, your pocket will fill it too. Okay, so still talking pregnancy, I have a very exciting and like a pregnancy story that will hold you like spellbound. But I want to hear your own first.
What my pregnancy story was?
Yes.
I've had like 7 children. I don't know which one. Okay, no, but I only have 3 kids for now.
We shall be here.
Well, let's see. But so my first pregnancy was pretty uneventful.
Okay.
I found out I was pregnant like the month I got married, which was
really?
nice. So we didn't really try.
Okay.
And I was 24 at the time, so I was just every doctor's
Wow.
dream, because 24 is like the the
Prime.
prime age
That's true.
for childbearing.
That's true.
So whenever I go for hospital appointment, doctor's like, oh yes, this is what I like to see. Just come in, like everyone. It was so
Okay.
easy. I was quite sick, but it wasn't so bad.
Okay.
So it was pretty uneventful. I had a relatively uneventful labor as well.
Okay. Was it quick?
It was quick for the first time. I think
okay.
from start to finish was maybe 9 hours.
Wow.
Which is quite quick. And I had an epidural. And
Oh,
an epidural was
okay.
supposed to slow it down. So
Okay.
it was really uneventful, the first one. Second one, very dramatic. I was hoping to have my epidural like I did the first time round, but then I got to the hospital and they were just playing games with me. Or the doctor has called me, he's not called me, like it was a complete mess.
Okay.
But long story short, I had to give birth with no epidural.
Wow.
Describe it.
Please.
I don't want to traumatize anyone that hasn't had kids, but
Wow.
it's not it. That pain, especially when you now get to 10 centimeters and it's time to push. The pain, like I left. You actually have to leave your body because
Really?
it was like I was looking at myself. I could not believe the amount of pain.
Wow.
But the thing about it is that you forget really quickly. Like now,
because I wanted to ask, you went for number 3.
Exactly. Wow. Well, I went for number 3 like 5 years later. But I just had a baby a year ago, and if you ask me to describe the pain, I can't.
Oh, really?
Because
was
you
it
forget.
quicker? The last babies?
No, it wasn't as quick. My second labor from start to finish was probably like 2.5, 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. I was in the delivery room, like from the time I got into the delivery room to when the baby was out was 6 minutes.
Wow, that was quick.
It was really, really quick. Like I could have had the baby in the car. It was really, really quick.
Wow.
With my third, I had to be induced, so that took longer, but it was still pretty quick
More
for
painful?
induction. So apparently the induction medication does it makes your contractions more intense.
Okay.
Because it's forcing
Speeds things up.
and it's forcing your body to it's forcing your cervix to dilate by giving you stronger than normal cramps. So it forces you to dilate. Why am I like forcing? It forces you to dilate. So that was quite painful.
Wow.
It was very painful. Like I was praying, and my mom was there. My mom is like, God love her. She was just there, you know. And she just like, hey, I told you to take epidural. You don't want to take epidural. And I was not trying to hold myself from screaming because anytime I'm like, she's like, you see how my take the epidural. What is she
Why
doing?
didn't you want to take the epidural?
Just wanted to see how.
No, it's not that. A couple of things. One, because I had done it before without the epidural. I knew that the epidural would make it slower.
Okay.
And I was just hoping for a really quick one.
Okay, like the last one.
Like the last one. And then I found that with my second, where I didn't have the epidural, my recovery felt quicker.
Oh.
Like I was so surprised. I had the baby, and then 10 minutes later they came back. I'm like, okay, well, we need the bed. You need to get up and go and take a shower and get out.
Wow.
And I was like, how? I just had a baby. But I found that once I got up, I could have gone home.
Really?
I could have gone like from delivery, if there was nothing wrong with me, and I could have trekked home actually.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the thing about having like that natural childbirth. Like you're able to recover much quicker.
Okay. You know what they always say, that every pregnancy is different, especially for people who have had more than one children. They say it's always not the same. Was it the same thing with you too?
Well, for me, I had some really nice pregnancy glow with my first pregnancy. I glowed all through. So nice months. And yes, just like Nicole too, I got pregnant the same month I got married. Yes, I think the next day.
Really?
Yeah.
I suspect it was the next day as well, but that's okay.
Day.
Yeah, I suspect it was the next day. Mm-hmm.
But then I was actually hoping for a vaginal birth.
Okay.
But I had a C-section, breech baby.
Oh,
so I had a C-section. Then I went into labor, which wasn't supposed to be. Yes, I went into labor.
So you
they
had
had to do an
scheduled your
emergency.
C-section
Yes,
already.
so they had to do an emergency C-section and bring the baby out. One white-looking baby.
Oh, that was for your first, right?
Yes, my first.
How about your second?
My second, no glow at all. Not one.
Your nose.
Everything just
But what is it? But the thing is, I don't know. So when I was pregnant this time around, I had a girl, as you know. So I had gone to church one day, and a woman had seen me, and she was like,
It's a girl.
it's a girl.
That
That you know,
the
girls,
old
they
wives'
steal
tale.
your beauty.
Veterans.
I was like, okay, first of all, she didn't steal my beauty. I'm still cute. Don't say that. But number two, she was right, you know. And I wanted to be like, no, but no, I was really having a girl. So does that really apply?
Well,
you had two boys, right?
No, I have one boy and two girls.
Okay, your last pregnancy was a girl?
Yes.
Was it the same thing? Did she steal your beauty too?
I think she stole my beauty. I can't lie. Pregnancy just does not fit me.
As a matter of fact, my
doesn't fit me.
second pregnancy with the old looking upside down, I thought it was going big. As my sonographer told me,
one of
I
those
started getting baby girl essentials.
No.
Yes. Until I went to the hospital and they were like, "Oh, madam, well done. Your boy is kicking." And I said, "Boy, no, it can't be a boy. It has to be a girl."
I had bought baby girl things.
He wore pink.
Not wear like that now. Not wear like that.
He wore pink.
Pink is a nice color for boys. What does he mean?
Pink. And then he came out looking like me. Cute, like a girl. Yes. I was so, I wanted a girl so, but I was already thinking, I know how to make eggs.
Yes, now you're mini.
You are going to look pink, my dear. Photo shoots and all. And then the doctor said, "Congratulations, your boy is kicking the boy."
Wow. Okay. But this was not on the day of delivery, was it?
No, like 3 months.
3 months
Yeah,
too. Well, my own was so funny because I discovered I was having triplets at 5 months. And it was
at 5 months.
At 5 months.
So
okay, not almost 4 months. Okay, well, a little over four months, almost into the 5th month.
Okay.
And it was funny because before then I was obsessed. Like I told you, I was obsessed with the ultrasound scan.
Right.
I was always, anytime we go for the normal antenatal, I'll be like, scan. My husband would be like, "What is it with scan?" So, but I was just so fascinated seeing 3 babies. One baby at the time. And then on this particular day, I went for the routine antenatal, and then I told the doctor, I want to do a scan. I didn't have any cause for that, like not that I had a threatened pregnancy or whatever. And my husband was like, "Scan again." But you did it not too long ago. So the doctor was like, "Let's oblige her. I know it's her time, she's pregnant."
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just, and so, like my husband and I will always do, I was on the bed chatting with him. He was seated at my right. You know, the scan stuff is behind you.
Yeah.
So my husband and I were chatting, and all of a sudden I just saw the scan, what's it called? Sonographer. He was like, no, it can't be. And so my husband and I were now scared, like,
something's happened to the
baby,
baby.
or maybe they discovered one thing.
Yeah.
And so we just turned and we're like, "So what?" He said, no, 3. So my husband was like, 3 what? So he now turned the monitor to face us. So we see those 3 little babies like doing like this on the app.
Wow.
So what now scared me was when he now said, "Okay, so I need to go up. You need to adjust a bit. Let me go up and check if there's a 4th one." I was like, "A 4th what?" So I can actually reenact on my husband. He just did like this. So me, I was just like, 3.
How? The local man is confused.
So the doctor was like, "See your babies now, and let's check their heartbeats." Oh my God, their heartbeats are so strong. They're so healthy. So they checked the circumference of blah blah blah. Everything was
fine and
perfect.
head
And believe you me, from that moment, I went into panic mode.
Of course. Are you kidding?
So the first thing my husband was like, "How? 3? How will you carry it?" Like, because he knows me, like a normal me, like, how will my pain threshold serve? And I've never been pregnant, so it's not like I've had a baby before, so at least I have an idea. So the doctor was like, "Wow, get up. And we're like the first triplets at his hospital. So he was like, "Get up, sit up." So he now started counseling us because he saw that my mood had changed. We were excited, but we were not prepared for what we saw. So he was like, "Okay, let's go downstairs to my office, let's talk." And then from there, he began to say, "Okay, well, congratulations. You're going to be having triplets, so which means that you won't need to go 2 more times."
But wait, what was going through your mind?
So my own, I was not even there. Like, I was not there. I was just thinking, how would the pregnancy be? How will I cope? How come they didn't see the other 2 before now? So I was even like, I didn't even sure. Since the scan had always been seeing 1 baby, all of a sudden 3. I didn't even sure that maybe next time when I come, I will see 4. So different thoughts were just going through my mind. So at the doctor's office, he was now saying, "So this is a high-risk pregnancy." I was 28 at the time. But I was like, "Okay, good. You still have age. So it won't be as difficult as a woman who is much older.
Right.
But then you have to take things easy. No lifting of heavy things. Just take things easy. Anything you suspect, like if you feel funny, just call. And God so blessed, God so kind. He was such an amazing doctor because I could call him even at 1 a.m. I could chat him via WhatsApp, see the signs, what is happening.
Wow.
And then when we left, the roller coaster began. I called my mom. My mom was like, eh? Hold on for your dad. My dad said, okay, don't worry. I could hear my dad telling my mom, don't worry, she's strong. So, but later on, after I had my babies, my dad said he had to say that so that my mom, he had to be strong for us. So that my mom would not even go into panic mode. And my mom said she had to be strong for me. And then the drama began. So I got back to work. Everything was going on normally. But I couldn't tell anyone, just like we said earlier, the pregnancy myth. I couldn't tell anyone, let me not go and tell them I'm having triplet, then they'll come and kill my babies. Those kind of funny things. And so I just continued at work as usual. And then one day, I went to use the toilet, the ladies, and then I began to spot. And because 3 pregnancies, so I'm talking about a little over 6 months, almost 7 months. And so the weight of the babies on the bladder self was, I could go to pee as I'm finishing, I want to pee again. It was, oh gosh. And then you don't want to know how my morning sickness was. It was crazy. And anytime I make to brush my teeth, that's when I don't know if it happened to you.
It was so.
Oh no, mine was crazy. No. At some point, it was as if I wanted to vomit. I was like, my husband was like, at this stage, you won't vomit the babies. Because when I even want to, throw up, you have to hold my back because it's like,
no.
Oh well. So after the spotting, I went back to the doctor. So he was like, now you have to go on bed rest. Wow. Because the babies are already, the head of one of the babies, as a third baby, is already resting on the neck of your womb. And so if you don't rest or take things easy, you might have a threatened pregnancy or miscarriage. And then I had to write to the HR at work, and I stayed at home for the bed rest. And the doctor said, no, if you're at home, you will still want to do this, do that, and I cannot guarantee, so you need to. And so began my journey. I had to stay, I was admitted at the hospital, and I was there for 2 months.
Wow.
Yes, until I gave birth. So all the series, then it was Desperate Housewives. I watched an entire season in one day. Because what was I doing? Nothing. And so in the evenings, I'll walk around the hospital just so that, and then the doctor will come this day. He'll be like, okay, you're looking good. You're supposed to take this baby out, let's say like the 5th of March. I'll be like, and so every day I'm looking at the calendar. Okay, today. And you know how the last month of pregnancy is like the longest?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one day is like 4 weeks.
Exactly. Yeah. So I would check, I have just 1 week more. When the doctor comes, he'll be like, you're looking, so we have to push it again to 10th. I'll be like, doctor, kilo day. Let's take these babies out, but somehow I gathered strength because I had an entire village behind me. My mom was there, my late grandmother, God bless her soul, she was there. My mom, my husband will go to work in the evenings. I really pitied the poor man that time. Come and check on me at the hospital. And then for me, I was just looking forward to birthing the babies and getting myself back. Because at some point I wake up in the night, I'll just sit down and cry, especially when the babies begin to turn. And when I want to move from, maybe, you know how you sleep on your side, I want to turn to the other side. My grandmother has to help me turn. So it's like I'm turning, when I'm turning to the other side of the bed, it's like I'm turning with all the babies.
Wow.